live art diamond day. Well, I want to thank everybody for being here on this Sunday morning. And as a heads up, my comments are most likely going to be shut off by YouTube because YouTube mistakes my voice as a young toddler's voice. I'm not sure why, but it might be the high pitch. So without further ado, let's welcome everybody in. Hey, Lovo Scratcher, and that's really good to know that D-Luck is like breaking the PayPal rules. And Lovo also says it is shameful that D-Lucky allowed D-Lucky's allowed to gamble. That D-Lucky allowed a 21-year-old kid to gamble on his birthday. Now he thinks that gambling is easy to win money. Well, that is like beyond sad to think about, because I remember hearing in addiction studies that if somebody hits a really huge jackpot the very first time to gamble, which most likely would have happened with D-Lucky. Yeah, in D-Lucky, if the video was published, most likely you won't win anything with D-Lucky, but because that video was published, it's most likely that he won like some significant money. And now that's unfortunately how gambling addiction often works. If somebody hits like a really big sum of money, and then somebody hits a really big sum of money, and then all of a sudden they think and then they're more likely to get hooked, which is beyond imaginable and sad to think about. Hey, Quadzoo, I'm not called PayPal, but I've just been really busy and swamped with my new job. I'm gonna be calling them and asking. Good morning, Susan. I am doing good right now. Thank you so much for being here. Right now, we're drawing one of the Charlie Brown characters. I forgot his name, but he's a classic. He's the one who always seems to be whining. This kid. And also, I'll be watching out for Rhino Man stream about D-Lucky on December 14th. Personally, before going on my soapbox real quick, I personally find the entire D-Lucky situation really shameful, both shameful and sad, because I've heard stories, rumors. Don't quote me on this, but it's rumors of casinos actually shutting down live streaming, which is stripping away years of hard work done by the slot community to allow live streaming in the first place. It's just really messed up beyond what to think about, and it honestly breaks my heart. Don, I didn't. Quadzoo, can you draw a laughing baby? Yes, I can. That's a bummer to hear. Low Scratcher. Yeah, I didn't know that the Lotto King let people pitch and do group pose. Here's a little laughing baby. If anybody has any other characters you want me to draw, let me know. I'm just drawing a bunch of really classic characters. Mostly from my childhood. And there's something that's so charming about the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the 1960s version, I think, because it is all stop motion animation. And and what I really love about stop motion animation is just how each movement is so deliberate, and it just makes for a really cute animation. So I think if I ever want to do a movie, I'm most likely going to be doing a stop motion animation movie, just because of how cute it is, and just how good the medium for stop motion can be to tell a story like Coraline. Thank you, Susan, for asking. I'm actually having some ups and downs with my new job because I came in at the busiest time of year. So it's definitely one of the hardest jobs right now because of just the volume of customers and the volume of people coming in and out. But usually it's not as bad. So after Christmas and New Year's, that's when things start to wind down and go back into something more reasonable and relaxing. If anybody recognizes a character, let me know. Or if anybody wants something special drawing, I can do that too. Alright, thank you for the PayPal number. I'll be calling and inquiring. Oh yeah, Mr. Bumble. Yeah, Susan is asking, do you have any big plans for Christmas? At the moment, I did get today off on Christmas morning, which is absolutely amazing. I didn't think that would happen, but somehow a Christmas miracle did come through, and now I have the day off on Christmas morning. So on Christmas morning, I'm most likely going to go down to a friend's place and spend it with them. And before I do so, I'm planning on doing a Christmas morning live stream just to hang out with all of you and get the holiday started. On Christmas Eve, I am working, and I might do like a little surprise. I might do like a little short live stream on Christmas Eve, maybe some live out requests. Yeah, here's the Bumble. Yeah, I'm most likely going to be doing some live out requests on Christmas Eve. This is my very first holiday without my family, so it's like very different. I do have reasons for why I no longer wish to have anything to do or associate with my family anymore. If you wish to find out these reasons, I have a Facebook page called Apraxia Story where I share my story, and that's where I share what's going on and how it's like living with it as a disabled individual in society. It's not always easy, but somehow making it through. What about you? Does anybody else have any big Christmas plans? And honestly, just to be very honest with all of you, I'm feeling like slightly depressed thinking about Christmas because, even though some very not great things, not some very great things happened. It happened in my past. These like, I have like 22 years of traditions, and these like very deep-rooted traditions, just like really hold a special place in my heart. So not having any traditions from the past is just like really messing with me mentally. Yeah, just to be very honest. But I'm like hoping over like within the next few years that I finally find what makes Christmas special for me, and find my own way with the holidays. It's definitely a huge adjustment. I personally do not like to sugarcoat things, so if something's like bothering me, I usually say it out loud. Oh, Christmas tree! Oh, Christmas tree! Santa Snoopy. Oh, Susan says, we're not having any Christmas this year. Yeah, my boy said, it's okay, Grandma. Christmas is not all about the food and gifts. He said we can just go be at home and be thankful. That is a really, really good point, and thank you so much for mentioning it. Yeah, Christmas is definitely, it's like definitely so easy to like lose focus. Yeah, to like lose focus about Christmas. And it's like really easy, especially working in retail, to get caught up with like the gifts, the candy, and just like everything. But in reality, Christmas is definitely about like this. I feel that the true heart of Christmas, from a non-religious standpoint, is about gratitude and just like finding something to be thankful for. Yeah, it's just like expressing like gratitude. Yeah, just like expressing like, yeah, just like not even gratitude, but just like reflecting on the year and like what happened and like what you hope to happen next year. Look, my phone just crashed. Sorry about that, everybody. Hang tight. 1 second. Oh, thank you, Susan. I really enjoy making these little drawings. Yeah, it's like some of my favorite things to do. I'm also working on the second book. It won't be a children's book, but rather it'll be like an animated novel about a college student named Shelby leaving a really toxic environment, and how Shelby manages to leave a really bad situation. She is autistic just like me, along with a speech disability. She also has a very special friend named Allie, which is her slot machine friend. So I'll be posting more updates about the book soon. It's gonna be kind of a while before it's published, but I'll be showing some sneak peeks and doing some live readings of the portions I've got done, because I'm very excited to share my story. I remember Bucky's. This was the time of year. Last year was like this. Last year I was like in Choctaw Casino this time of year, and I remember going into my very first Bucky's store. I just couldn't believe how large Bucky's was inside. Like it was like this really massive gas station, and it really did resemble more of a mall. I just couldn't believe just how much popcorn there was, so I ended up buying myself some unicorn popcorn. And I still can't believe it's been a year since I was in Choctaw, and I really can't wait to go again and hang out with some people. I really miss that place, and it brings up so many fond memories. See you, Susan. Have a great day, and be having a wonderful Christmas. Enjoy your Christmas too. If you want to email me, usually the reason why I have my email up is because it's usually because comments get shut off on. I'm not sure, but comments always get shut off on my live streams, my art streams. It's because YouTube thinks I have a child. YouTube thinks I'm like a child, so it keeps shutting off my comments. And if you want to email me, that's the reason why I have my email up. Is if you have a question about this live stream, or if you have something that you want to ask, but you can't leave a comment, you're always welcome to email me. That's why my email up. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Making pancakes, eggs, sausage for breakfast. So delicious. I want pancakes. I want pancakes in the morning. I want pancakes in the evening. I just realized I forgot to put ears on Minnie Mouse. Notice something didn't look quite right. Minnie Mouse's ears. I want pancakes. Thanks, Gail. It's just a really big bummer. Yeah, even on some of my live casino streams, the comments keep getting shut off. Because YouTube, for some reason, because YouTube keeps thinking that my excited voice is a child's voice. Even though it's very clear that the fact is I'm playing a slot machine in a casino, and no kid can be playing a slot machine legally, which is like so confusing within itself. Even one of my casino live stream videos ended up getting marked made for kids. You know, like playing Dragon Link, getting bonus after bonus, and that video got made for kids. So I bet there's gonna be some surprised parents out there hearing that Dragon Link music going off on like some sort of iPad or device. Thanks, YouTube. No, let's draw some delicious pancakes and some sausage too. Let's draw some this is my idea. This is Gail's breakfast. A bunch of sausage and a bunch of pancakes. Yeah, Gail's breakfast. Yep, here's his pancakes. Here's his sausage. And I know it's like really strange, like what YouTube does. It's been something that's really been on my mind lately, especially since the fact I'm going back through all my old live streams, and there's like adjusting the titles and all. Then I see all these comments getting shut off. Does anybody have any Christmas traditions? If so, I'm curious to know. If you wish to share. Yep, cartoon food. Cartoon food and Charlie Brown. I do have a Christmas tree right now, but this is what my Christmas tree looks like. This is my content of my Christmas tree. I'm still getting it spruced up and decorated. Yep, this is my content of my Christmas tree. Oh, that is so sweet. Constantly we read the Bible during Christmas Eve. One of my aunts, she used to gather us all around, and we used to read the Bible, and we used to read Bible verses. Yeah, we would be at our grandparents' house, and everybody would be like gathered around in a circle, and she would be doing like a little sermon. All right, Gail, let's draw Poppy Poppy Lapoo the skunk. Here comes Poppy. Yep. Lapoo. And then, yeah, this is how my Christmas used to be like. This used to be my Christmas tradition. On Christmas Eve morning, me and my grandparents would be waking up and getting the house ready for an entire party. We'd be doing last minute cooking, cleaning, and we'd also be doing like a bunch of getting ready for the party. And we would be putting presents under the Christmas tree. After that, my grandparents would, and after that, we would go out. We would begin like welcoming people in, and everybody would bring their own dishes. It was like a miniature potluck. So we brought like all of our dishes in. And my family, one of my aunts used to make the best half-baked potatoes. They were so delicious. My other cousin who loved to bake always came in with this with this delicious banana pudding that I always loved eating every year. It actually became a tradition. And we would have this Happy Birthday Jesus cake. So we would end up always sing Happy Birthday Jesus before we ate. Then when it came to dessert time, then we would eat a main course, and then we'd eat all the dessert. We would mostly eat a bunch of cake. We'd eat a bunch of cake and a bunch of cookies. Next, after that, Quadzu says that's right. It was fun to guess what the presents were. I totally forgot, but I like to guess too. I was thinking and now I like to guess what my present was. So we would always be eating. We'd always eat our dinner or dessert, and after that we would go off. Then we'd do this game called Crocodile Dentist, where we would pass this crocodile around in a circle. Everybody had to put a quarter in, and whoever was the last one that didn't get the crocodile's mouth to slam shut on their hand won the progressive jackpot of everybody's quarters. So that's what we did Christmas Eve. And we also played this game called Right Elephant, which I absolutely love doing, where we wrap up a bunch of mystery gifts. And we see whose gift, and we end up seeing who's going to get which gift. At one point, I end up with a giant orange pillow, and maybe a piece of and a stuffed Mr. Pooh. Another time, I ended up with a giant poker set and a wedding dress. So that was some of the crazy memories. And on Christmas morning, we would all wake up and we'd all open our presents. After opening our presents, we would go off to my aunt's house and have this really big Christmas breakfast, which was so mouth-watering good, pancakes, sausages, bacon, tarts, and mimosas. The delicious orange mimosa with a scoop of strawberry ice cream. That was such a special treat. And we just go off to different parties from different sides of the family the rest of the afternoon. These moments really hold a special place in my heart, near and dear. Let's just keep drawing some more Looney Tunes characters. Gail says, yeah, she was from the Louisiana. Thanks. So was my family. My family's in Louisiana. My entire family, they all live in Louisiana. And I do have to say one memory that I will never forget. It was Christmas Eve 2018, and we were just sitting around. My family comes in. A family member comes in with this brand new tea, and I'm like, may I please try some tea? I'm like, they said so. So I drink my cup of tea. Then you know what I do next? I eat the tea leaves. Because I love the tea so much, I just eat all the tea leaves. But little do I realize what was to come. Turns out the tea leaves were caffeinated, so I ate the entire bottle of tea leaves. So that night, I was 8 years old and Santa Claus was supposed to come. However, I could not fall asleep, so I tossed, I turned, and finally 11 p.m., 8 p.m. comes. 9 p.m. comes. Uh-oh, here comes 10 p.m. Oh no, here's 11 p.m. And we were just sitting there. I was sitting right awake. I was ruh-roh, we got a serious problem here. Santa can't come. I'm still awake. Midnight. Oh no, did he pass up my house? Am I doomed? And by that point, I was sobbing hysterically. Tissues were flying. It looked like it was a blizzard at the North Pole because of just how many tissues there were. So I got a bunch of tissues, and I started just like crying. Eventually, my grandmother had to come into the room. My grandmother came into the room and she started telling a story about when she went tubing with my family, with when she went tubing. And this is the fact that my grandmother would pack a school bus full of tubes since she was a bus driver. And we would all go down, and the whole family would go down to the river and spend the day out in the tubes. That story was so sweet and so soothing, it put me fast asleep. And Santa did come. That was one of my wildest Christmases ever. And Gail says, yeah, I remember the simple things from my past Christmases too. Beautiful things. It always seems that the simplest things have a way of sticking in the memories. I ironically don't remember, I strangely enough not remember very many of my presents I got, but rather I just remember the feeling of getting together and just seeing everybody. My most vivid sense is the smell of pine in my aunt's living room. So we just say just how much the memories like really last, and like how much, and it's like how like and it just like and like the fact that it's very often that presents and gifts are often just like really emphasized. But rather it's like these little memories that make the entire holiday come together. Along with all the retail workers and people working in retail, and everybody who like really like puts and like who really and everybody who really puts all the magic in. So that's, oh yes, the pine tree smell. That's what I really miss about having an artificial tree this year. Is the smell, not an artificial tree, but just the smell of pine. Someday, when I get my own place, I'm definitely gonna be getting myself a real tree. I'm definitely gonna be celebrating Christmas with at least with parties, even with my classic ornament making party. If I can get a place big enough, I'll be hosting an ornament making party where we all sit around the table and we make ornaments. Everybody's welcome to come. It'll be like an open invite. Here's one of the little, I think this is Rascal Rat from Looney Tunes. For me, I still gotta find my, when I was moving out, I forgot all my, thanks Gail, you're always welcome to come on over. So, for Christmas and for this year, when I was moving out, I unfortunately forgot all my ornaments. So I do have to restart my ornament collection. Yeah, I'll be looking for after Christmas, I'll be looking for some ornaments on sale. And I'll be getting some Christmas decorations too, so I can restart my collection. That's definitely something I forgot when I was leaving my house, is all my Christmas decorations. Which really bums me out because I do have like a lot from my childhood memories. Road Rager. Road Runner, ha! Eyes up to no good. And all I can think about is the Looney Tunes Space Jam right now. 10 a.m. Also during my ornament parties, I enjoy making cookies. I enjoy making cookies. And I enjoy just like having a bunch of cookie decorations out. I'm gonna be drawing some characters from the Grinch. If anybody recognizes them, let me know. Next Sunday, this live stream will return back to its regular time at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time in the evening. So we'll be doing live out again at 7 p.m. This stream happened early because I have to work tonight. I was thinking about doing it from the break room, but unfortunately the Wi-Fi is not so great, and most likely other people would be in there too. So I wouldn't want to have the stream get interrupted either. This is Sally from the Grinch. It's definitely a very classic Christmas tale. Oh, yeah, that's right. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Unicorn had a very shiny horn. Here it is. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Unicorn, Red-Horned Unicorn, had a very shiny horn. I was about to draw antlers on Rudolph, but I realized he was a unicorn this year, so antlers wouldn't make very much sense. Good morning, lucky lady slots. So good to see you here. What's up and how are you doing? We are drawing Rudolph as a red-horned unicorn. For Gil, do you have any drawing requests? All the artists is drawing a bunch of Looney Tunes characters and characters from the Grinch. Oops, I just messed up his hoofs. Ugh, I don't know how horse anatomy works. Oopsie, I just messed up a bunch of horse anatomy. Oopsie doopsies. Definitely autistic license time. To be honest, my horse anatomy is less to be desired. And if you ask me to draw a calm, this is what you'll get. I don't know how to draw a calm. So this is your luxury BMW, 2 tires, an exhaust pipe, an antenna thingy, and 2 doors, whatever this is, and some headlights. So this is your luxury BMW. If anybody asks me to draw a car, that's what you're going to get. How you doing, Lucky Lynn Slots? No, and let's draw Frosty the Unicorn. This is what Frosty the Snowman would look like if he was a snowman unicorn. Beep, beep. Watch out for unicorns. Frosty the Unicorn was a very jolly soul. Hope this video don't get copyright striked. Oh, thanks, Lucky Lady Slots. I sound way better today. I drink a lot of tea, drink a lot of water, took a day off, and now I'm back. Frosty the Unicorn. And let's draw the Grinch, but as a unicorn too. Aw, same here, Lucky Lady Slots. When I remember being like 8 years old and first watching Frosty, I actually thought that Frosty was a real character. I honestly thought that Frosty was a real character. I was like 8 at the time, and I still believe, and I really did believe. I still do believe in magic. So I actually really thought that Frosty. So I actually really thought that Frosty was like. So I really thought that Frosty was like a real character. So I'd go outside every night when it snowed with a top hat, and I'd just be making like a bunch of snowmen and trying to sing them to life. Unfortunately, that was a total bust. Unfortunately, that was a total bust. Just like all my bonuses have been on Dowlstorm. Nothing. Thanks, Lucky Lady Slots. I'm glad it didn't keep me down much either. Here's Max, the dog from the Grinch. He's like a unicorn, but with a reindeer horn. He only has one. Oh my gosh, I still can't believe that the Grinch actually tied a reindeer horn onto his dog. Yep, Dowlstorm, it sucks. Dowlstorm, honestly, it sucks just as much as all my attempts to make Frosty the Snowman come to life in my backyard. And so I got really interested in the concept of Frosty. So at clay camp, I make a bunch of clay snowmen, and so every time I'd come home from clay camp, I'd be carrying like at least like 5 snowmen, even though we were supposed to be making Victorian houses, or even though we were supposed to be making like something completely different. I just like had a bunch of snowmen. So that's how what I did in my art class. Here's another Whoville. And I'm curious, Lucky Lady Slots, do you have a favorite Christmas show that you would like me to draw? One of my favorite Christmas shows is Louis Vuitton. I forgot how to pronounce it. It's about a girl and her aunt who live in a hotel, and she loves everything pink. It's now one of my favorite Christmas movies. I got introduced to it last year, and I still watch it. It was adopted from a chapter book, and it's about a girl and they actually like live in a hotel in New York. They're full-time residents. Home Alone is really good, especially the soundtrack and when the thieves come in. I just love how the plot gets thwarted. It cracks me up every time. Who let the reindeer out? Who? Then, for Home Alone, the thing that got me laughing was when the iron came flying and the paint buckets like started flying around. That's when I really started cracking up the hardest. So let's draw the character from Home Alone. And I ended up watching all the Home Alone movies. So here's the Home Alone kid. I also hear that they're coming out with like, the movie, The Christmas Story. They're actually coming out with another Christmas Story with like the kid is an adult this time. I can't wait to watch that. Oh, thank you, Lucky Lady Slots. Oh, Samuel Gill. I know that feeling of crying. When the Frosty melts, I'm like, oh, Frosty, oh man, Frosty. And I just can't believe, and what really makes me pulls on my heartstrings is the fact of just how kind Frosty was. And when he was doing an act of kindness, the magician shuts him into the greenhouse. And then there's like the kid standing there, realizing that they just like possibly lost their best friend. The whole thing just makes me so sad. Home Alone. What also makes me sad about Frosty is the fact that he has to go back to the North Pole, and it's the fact of just like having to say goodbye to a friend. It really hits home to me. And it just like really like hits like my heartstrings. I meant, good morning, Dennis. How are you doing? Frosty's one of my favorite Christmas classics, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer is really good. Let's draw Rudolph. I remember having to write my own version of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer in 2nd grade. Yes, oh yeah, but it's the Christmas snow that brings him back. I totally forgot about that part. Oh, thank you. And I just love the fact that these are called the Water Bandits. Their names, like, that name really cracks me up. Here's Rudolph, and here's Commie the Elf. I love how well done the characters are. Oh, thank you, Lucky Lady Slots. Yeah, one of the characters that creeped me out, I would argue, one of the characters that scared me the most. Does anybody have any guesses to who this character could be? It's one of the Christmas shows. It's actually not the Home Alone thieves. I just find them like ironically funny. But anybody have any guesses to who it could be? That scared me. That makes me jump the most. I gotta start drawing. It's actually the magician from Frosty the Snowman. And like what really scares me, what really puts me off about the magician, is like how he follows everybody around. And he ends up getting a bunch of coal at the end, I think. A stocking full of coal. For melting Frosty. Yep, that's him. Don. I almost forgot that where Frosty's hat came from. It's a magician. I want my hat back. Give us our unicals. Invaders from Planet Moolah. Oh yeah, I almost forgot to draw a rabbit named Trixie. Yeah, Trixie is one of the cute characters. And I know it's kind of a strange question I'm putting this out here, but has anybody heard about the name P. Salty or Kids Praise? It's like another obscure show that I stumbled across that was like really popular in the 70s. And has anybody watched the show Peppermint Park? I think it's a Sesame Street knockoff, but... Oh my gosh, Invaders. How did Invaders treat you? Yeah, so I just found a show called Peppermint Park. It's like about this. It's about these people who go through this park, and they have a bunch of adventures. Like you see like a lot of zoo animals, and then they got these like puppets. What's like really interesting about the Peppermint Park puppets is the fact that they. What's interesting about the Peppermint Park puppets is. Now, what's interesting about the Peppermint Park puppets is they actually have like a human puppeting their arms, but then they have a puppet head. And sometimes the reason it looks very creepy is because the head is like too small for the proportions of the human, which can give it the uncanny valley look. Here's Santa Claus from Frosty. And then for peace salting, the thing that makes it creepy is the fact that you can actually see a human head. Is that the person in the peace salty costume actually has like his head sticking out of the book spine, so it can make the costume come across as really creepy. I know I'm kind of going on a tangent about these like I know I'm kind of going on a tangent about the uncanny valley. I've not played Invados in ages, but I would love to. But I'd like to try it again, and for Invados, I do think I have the Invados game. I think I have the Invados game chip somewhere. And I definitely don't put in Invados on my blue board someday, so I can do like Invados live stream, and I also still gotta get my slot machine sound to work. I just realized this. Let me show you this. But it looks like they put our head on backwards. I just know that. Invados from the planet Mulan. I also know that they came out with another sequel called Invados of like the planet Mulan. Like Invados. It's okay. Invados of the planet Mulan. So I kind of wonder what the planet Mulan would look like. So this is how I envision the planet Mulan. If Mulan was a plant, this is what the Mulan plant would look like. It has that. I think it has 3 cow eyes. Plant Mulan. That is the plant Mulan. Let's capture the Uniplant. Thank you so much. Moo. And if you happen to own the Invaders of Planet Moolah slot machine, what you find is if you don't play the slot machine for a while, it will go into something called the attract mode, where it just goes and it makes a bunch of mooing sounds. So that's what people found out the hard way when they first got the Moolah game. The machine would start making. They would hear a bunch of cows from their living room, and they would begin to wonder where all the cow sounds were coming from, only to realize it was a slot machine. Oh, pardon me. I'm actually gonna be having some Nutella for breakfast this morning. Nutella is one of my favorite foods. It's drawn made from plant Moolah. So what I found out, for if you have a WMS Blue Board slot machine, I can show you a tutorial about this. But if you go into the slot machine and you unplug, if you go into the slot machine and you unplug, if you go into the slot machine and you unplug like these sound, like the speakers, that's how you can make the slot machine go hush hush. So you won't have to listen to mooing cows for as long. One of my audio engineer friends pointed that out. Hey, what's up, DJ Starman Slots? So good to see ya. Watching from San Antonio, Texas. Long time no see. Right now we are drawing some invaders from the planet Mula. Nutella's the best. So I'm curious. Good morning, Kenneth. So good to see you. That is like something so magical about the creaminess of Nutella that I just can't get enough of. I swear, but the Mula, UFOs, they look like acorns. Yeah, they really do look like acorns. So here's one Mula, one invader, and oh yeah, the chickens. Oh yeah, he's summoning a chicken this time. I meant the rooster. I just remembered my strange dream from last night. I had this dream that I was cat sitting, and all of a sudden I had to sit on. All of a sudden I had a giant cat come sit on me, and the cat brought back all these memories. Which then all of a sudden I ended up at my date couple Vito's house, and I was making her egg salad. So I was making a cup of egg salad, and next thing I know, I'm on the light rail to go to the airport. I'm on the train, I meant. So I ended up finding myself on this train, but we stopped at my old church, and I had to go into this zip call, this cave that was zippered off at the entrance, and crawling to get everybody's luggage. Oh yes, I draw the unicorn too. I almost forgot. Definitely it's time for the big hot chocolate. Yummy, yummy, yummy. Invaders. Let's get the Unicow going. I'm definitely going to be looking for the newer version of Invaders of Planet Moolah, which I hopefully can run on my WMS Blueboard 2 machine. Unicow, Unicow, Unicow. I have never caught the mystical. I've never gotten the Unicow before. I once played Invaders from the newer Invaders from. Oh yeah, wait a second. I just realized this, but Invaders from Planet Moolah is a knockoff. Not a knockoff, but it's very similar to Return of Crystal Forest, where instead of the Unicow, you catch the mystical orb. So definitely, oh yeah, I can get Invaders of Planet Moolah this sequel on my Blueboard too, since it's a direct copy of Crystal Forest Returns. Moo. I wonder if they gave this Unical a name. Moo. I don't. Oh yeah, the Unical. I think if you get the Unical, but if you get the Unical, I think it increases your. I think it increases your odd, like increases like your multipliers, or is a giant wild symbol. I'm still trying to figure out why the Unical is like so seeked after. I don't. And also, good morning. Oh yes, thanks Lucky Linslots. It's a special bonus. Good morning, Tina. So good to see you. What's up and how you doing? And I'm curious, Lucky Lady Slots. Can you tell me a little bit more of why the Unical is such a special bonus? I'm still trying to understand that. Oh darn! I don't think I can get Unical on my blue board because. Yeah, I don't think I can get Unical on my blue board because I just realized this because it actually runs on an August on a JSTAR 220G a JSTAR cabinet that runs an August platform, so I'd have to convert my blue board to an August, which is really hard to do since I have a blue board run, but it's possible. That's what's really weird about. I think that's what's really weird about the Invader sequence is that it starts out on the blue board one cabinet, then it actually starts out on a blue board one cabinet. Then you're required to really upgrade to like a blue board, to like a Blade 3 blue board XD cabinet, which is really hard to get nowadays, because most of the CPUs for blue board 3s are actually tied up in storage units and they're used in like in game rooms, so that's why it's really hard to get hold of any blue board. That's why it's really hard to get hold of any blue board 3 CPUs, which is like a really huge bummer from a collector standpoint. They're all tied up in storage units, and there's like a pile of like, and I know that there's like a pile somewhere of like 50 blue board 3 CPUs that have not been used for years. Hopefully somebody liquidates that collection, and so they can be so that you can get the CPU. It's definitely an investment for sure, since of just how rare they are. Definitely play it, Lucky Lady Slots. I'd love to hear how it goes. And you can actually, if you're really good, you can actually convert your blue board to be able to play Rocket Link. Dang. Yeah, the cows don't really like me either. I don't have very much luck on Unical. That's why I prefer to play Crystal Forest. And that's why I like playing Crystal Forest the most. The cows are so stingy, and I just like have a really hard time with this game. And like, oh, I just saw the icon for the Slot Sharks channel. It was a really fun channel, but I don't think they post anymore, which makes me so sad. Alright, let's see what other. Yeah, let's see what other slot machine characters we can get ourselves into. Alright, I just read it's 10 o'clock. Alright, girls like, please tell us about just that drawing pen. This video is not sponsored by this, but I wish. This is a Maltese Touch Fine Art Studio Graphic 0.4 water and fade proof for precise drawing, illustration, graphic design, and documents. It's a water-based ink. Actually, no, it's like an oil-based ink, so it's water resistant. And I really hope to get more of these markers. Since I do have an entire pack of them, but I'm going to be getting more of these like graphic illustration markers. And I do want to thank everybody for being here since I raised at 10 a.m. and I do have to start getting ready for work. So, thank you everybody for being here. Thank you so much, DJ Starman. Thank you everybody for being here. I hope you have a really great day. And see you around in the next live stream. Hopefully next Sunday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, back to our normal time. I also hope to be getting Slot Speak going up again. And I hope to be doing some more live streams during the week. There most likely will be walking live streams where I walk around town and we just go and explore. You're very welcome, Lucky Lady Slots. Thank you everybody for being here. I'll be safe and take care, DJ Starman. I can't wait to see you all again. Have a great day. Bye bye.